What is up, guys, and welcome to the Con Kid podcast. Tonight we are all about Moon Knight. This past Wednesday, Marvel released Moon Knight to Disney Plus. Moon Knight takes us into the world of Stephen Grant, Oscar Isaac, as a reserved museum gift store employee who suffers from blackouts and memories that aren't his own. As time goes on, the curtain unravels in front of his eyes, answering all Stephen's questions, including who and what he is. My name's Austin.
And I'm Daniel. I'm back.
And welcome to the Moon Knight After Show.
Oh man, this was quite an episode.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of the episode?
Well, I still thought it was a little confusing, like the last one. I was trying to figure out what was going on with his head, but seeing the second suit was pretty sick.
Oh, it's so cool.
Oh man, I was like, wow, he's actually looking pretty clean. It's kind of funny though. It's just like he kind of looks like he kind of looks like a celebrity type superhero with the suit on a little bit or something. I don't know, like he's a corporation man. I don't know. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it looked really cool. Like the whole idea that the mask is not Moon Knight. It's like something they can summon. That was cool.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like suit.
Yeah.
Summon
the suit.
That was a very interesting way to introduce this suit. Like I was a little like, that's interesting. He like, boom, cool, falls over, doesn't know what's going on. Like, oh,
Yeah.
whoa, where did these come from?
Yeah, I loved his personality, and he's like, "Come on, I got you."
Yeah, come on, man. Let me give you some of this. Oh yeah, it was great.
Yeah, for sure. So, we already talked about that. So in this, we kind of learned about more about Harrow's backstory. Apparently, he was the Avatar or a previous Avatar
Yeah.
of Kamu. Oh, shoot, what's his name again?
Khonshu, yeah.
Khonshu, right? Yeah. So, what do you think happened there?
Well, that was really interesting. I actually liked that a little bit, like the fact that he was. It seemed like he didn't disagreed with Khonshu's, I guess, philosophy.
Yeah.
But he now likes this other god that has a even kind of darker philosophy of it.
Amit, yeah.
Yeah, Ahmed, who's just kills people, I guess, quote unquote, stopping evil before it becomes. Which then you got like, what's his name? You got Steven being like, hey man, like, I don't know, like, what if you kill a baby? Or, I want to go kill, I sometimes say I want to kill my boss, but that doesn't mean I really want to like do it. And it kind of was like, oh snap, like that's interesting because I kind of like how Khonshu. I mean, Khonshu doesn't even seem like a good guy himself. Like at least like for me when I was watching even episode 1 and now watching episode 2, it's like I don't know if I like Khonshu, but I feel like he's the better alternative than Omut.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't see a need for either one of them. Like, you got all the Avengers and all these other superheroes on Earth. Like, we don't need you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just seems like a pretty intense guy. You got, and then I like the end, like you had what's when Mark takes over Steven's body finally.
Oh yeah.
That he's talking to Khonshu, and then he's like, "Oh man, you would be a shame if I basically take your wife's body instead." Like he's kind of threatening him,
Yeah.
using him. I'm like, whoa, this guy's messed up.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, no, it was pretty cool, honestly. I like just realizing that this guy knows exactly what you're talking about. So it kind of makes a lot more sense now why Harrow was like, "Hey, you hear the voice in your head too, right? What's he saying?"
Yeah.
And he knew exactly what he was saying as he was taking him through. So obviously it's kind of scripted, like the entire experience with Khonshu, but it was cool. Like, I wonder if there was like a falling out or like a corruption going on there.
Yeah, it is interesting. I wonder if like it kind of makes me think because Amma, like the way he quote unquote talked about Khonshu, it didn't seem like it was one of those cases where he's all like, "Oh, I want more power, and I don't like the person who um was training me" type thing. Like he seemed more like, "Oh, I just don't like how Khonshu was going about killing people, his vengeance. Like I wasn't about that." Which I mean, it's also kind of like not good that he wants to just kind of just judge people.
Yeah.
Who is he to judge people? But I mean, I actually didn't really even hate him at first that much. Like I hated him episode 1. Episode 2, I was like, Khonshu's kind of a jerk. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was definitely unique. It also brings up the big question. All right, who do you kind of side with, Amit or Khonshu? Do you think the punishment comes before? Like, do you think we should punish people before the crime or after the crime?
Oh man.
Is that kind of the situation, or would you kill baby Hitler? Or
Yeah, that's you know, I kind of side with Khonshu only because
Mhm.
I think it's just a better alternative. Because I mean, I mean, I get it. You're trying to stop evil, but like, evil can just come like anytime. I mean, if you just kill someone because they get some evil thought, they have an evil possibility. I mean, they also might have a good possibility. You can never know. So, might as well side with Khonshu's saving people at the last minute, kind of killing people before they did the crime. Justice. Like,
yeah, yeah, no, it definitely brought me like Minority Report vibes, where it's like, oh
mm,
snap, we kind of went through the same moral philosophy before.
hmm
But I don't know, I'm probably towards Khonshu too, but I definitely see where Amit's coming from.
yeah.
Like, but who out of like the like original like nine or the main nine like Egyptian gods decided, hey, you guys can do whatever you want and go around punishing people?
Oh,
Like the Ennead, that's what it's called.
Ennead. Okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
It seems like these gods be letting people do this all the time.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of cool things with that too. Like because they referenced it in episode 1 when they're in the back of
Mm,
the gift shop. Yeah, shop. That big poster. He's like, well, there's not of them really. All that other stuff. But I like how even though Steven doesn't know he's got Khonshu in his head at first, that
mhm.
he's like studying all the stuff that has to do with him.
Yeah,
Like that was cool.
that is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see like where Mark and Steven will end up by the end of the series. Like, are they end up like getting rid of Khonshu, end up fighting against him? I mean, they had a huge argument, Mark and Steven, at the end through the mirror. That was pretty crazy. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked it referenced what happened to Mark back in Egypt like years ago. How like it's like a bunch of dead people at like a gravesite. What do you think the backstory is there?
Oh, well, I was doing a little comic book research, and it seems that, he's kind of got like this background. He's got that mercenary thing. That was
Mhm.
kind of referenced when they were in the car. He's like, dude, you're a messed up guy. You do some pretty bad stuff. He's all like, oh no, that wasn't me. I wouldn't do that. He's like, no, yeah, you did, dude. And that was like, so they kind of referenced that. And so kind of have like the him talking about, oh, I saved you, I brought you back, and that was kind of like a reference to the comic books, kind of how he was stranded in that desert after fighting. I forget the guy, but some dude who was making him do a job he didn't like, um, and he was stranded in the desert, almost died. Khonshu basically revived this man. Was like, all right, dude, as long as I get to have your body, you can live, I guess. And this is all like, I might as well. So now he's Moon Knight
Yeah.
going for justice or vengeance.
Yeah. No, it seemed cool. Like I wonder if like he was like dying and stuff. Like in that
Mm,
kind of fight, like his team kind of turned on him and he was going off on him, and then he gets shot himself. And Conchu's like, "Oh, I will revive you."
I
Like,
will bring you back. I'm like,
yeah,
oh man.
yeah, it's cool though. I like the whole idea of like I don't want to say no, I can't say that. That sounds bad. But like like the whole idea where he's like trying to fulfill a debt while the debt collector's like adding more onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's actually, yeah, that is pretty cool.
yeah, I like it. So in this, we figure out like Mark's like how he gets around Steven. You know, he's going around, has
Mm,
a storage locker that's been
yeah.
referenced,
Mm-hmm.
and you see all this, and he finds out for the first time. He's like, "Ah, crap." Um, what do you? How long do you think this has been going on without Steven knowing?
Gosh, it's kind of it is it was interesting, especially when they had the switch, and then he's like, Steven was actually, wow, this is painful in here. Like, how long have you been in here, dude? And he's all like, you get used to it. Like, he must have been in there for a long time. And
Yeah.
then how quickly he was to smash that mirror. He had a lot of pent up rage. I mean,
Mhm.
he's a pretty violent. I think it's interesting how we've seen how violent he was. It's like the first thing he wants to do. I mean, yeah, he's a mercenary. I'm sure he's used to killing people, but like the fact that he just is so like amped up to for violence and killing people is it kind of is like, man, he must have been in there for a long time because he must have had a lot of pent up rage, which is weird because like when he's in the mirror, he's kind of like this calm dude, a little bit like he's more like kind of chill,
Yeah.
like, hey, listen, you got to let me take over your body so I can save you. It's like a really messed up like Danny Phantom types thing. It's like, oh man.
Yeah. I mean, I can see where Mark's coming though, because he's pretty pissed at Steven. Because if you
Mhm.
think about it, like he brought like the girlfriend into it and like basically was about to betray her and stuff like that until like stuff came up. So he was about to like sell out basically everything they held dear. So I think I can understand why he'd smash the mirror and get really angry.
Yeah. I definitely could see why he's angry. I mean, it's like the whole situation is so complicated. Like it sucks. Like you're this dude who's just trying to get by and go to work. Next thing you know, you wake up, you find out you got a wife. It's not really your wife, but it's sort of your wife.
Sounds like a
And
night in Vegas.
it's like, oh man,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was cool seeing that whole interaction.
Mm, yeah, that was really sick.
Mhm. Yeah. So, here's something I wanted to talk about. So they talked about the Ennead, right?
Oh yeah.
And, like the main like 9 Egyptian gods and stuff like that.
Mm,
And then, I was thinking back a little bit more to the movies, and this is kind of where like a little bit of creativity has to come in mind. You go
okay.
back you go back to Black Panther, right? You have the Panther god Bast.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
So, and I looked it up. She's an Egyptian goddess as well, part of the Ennead, according to like Google and stuff like
Oh,
that.
wow.
So there's a connection there, possibly.
Oh, oh, that would be sick.
Which also brings into question, avatars are basically just people that like the like Egyptian gods are like, hey, I'm gonna give you guys all my gifts, and you're basically doing my will because I can't physically do things.
Mhm.
So is Black Panther an avatar technically? Maybe, or is there
Yeah.
one?
I mean, when you think about it, it kind of is. He kind of is because they gets passed down the Black Panther from generation to
Yeah,
generation, and then the same thing kind of goes on with Moon Knight because he wasn't the first Moon Knight. There's so many other Khonshu avatars before Moon Knight. So in a weird way, it's kind of true. It's just like when I think about it's also weird though because like it's passed down by that flower, the Black Panther.
yeah, for
So
sure.
it's like especially because well, Killmonger messed up, but burned all the plants in the movie because he was triggered. I mean, I guess for right reason, but still, uh,
Yeah.
he kind of burned down all that. So now it's kind of as like I don't know if anyone else can be the Black Panther, but it is still interesting, especially if there's like that connection. I could see it.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Yeah. Or if, because back in the Black Panther franchise, when they're talking about like the origins of like Wakanda, they talk about how there's like a bunch of war and stuff going on. And then
Mm.
boss shows up to the one dude right there and it's like, hey, I want you to unite everybody. I
Oh
wonder
yeah.
I wonder if he was the avatar and they just haven't had an avatar since or a hidden avatar.
Oh, oh, that'd be cool.
That would be really cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I think that'd be cool, especially like sad thing Chadwick Boseman's gone, but like
Yeah,
he's not gonna really be Black Panther anymore. So it'd be kind
yeah,
of a cool tie-in to have like a new Black Panther avatar. So,
yeah. That'd be
oh
really cool.
man,
And then talking about all the gods and stuff, we've seen like several different like forms of gods. We got the Egyptian gods, right, that have been introduced. We have the ones introduced back in like 2010, 11, which is like the Norwegian gods, like Thor and
oh
Odin.
yeah, mm-hmm.
So there's several different gods, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
on like this like Earth. And there's a movie coming out really, really soon. No trailers shown yet that involves a certain god killer.
Oh yeah,
So I wonder if we're gonna see some Moon Knight in there.
Avengers next Avengers movie, Battle of the Gods.
That'd be, I think that might be a good reason because like they haven't shown a trailer yet,
Mm,
and this is the shortest period ever, and people are freaking out for no reason, like going all ridiculous. So I wonder if like the reason why they haven't shown is because something happens in either I don't know Multiverse of Madness or Moon Knight that affects the plot.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of and then like yeah, it's like it's interesting because even like in Eternals, like they have that whole god complex in the whole movie, so they might be
Oh yeah.
hinting to a lot of different god problems. Galactus is sort of like a god in some sense. Oh gosh, it's oh man, that's a lot of god stuff.
Dude, yeah, no, it seems really like cool what they can do with that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mind blown. Oh man.
Yeah. So hopefully that's how they like because they haven't really tied in anything like MCU related into Moon Knight. So I wonder if something later on in the season will bring him in.
Yeah.
Bring anybody in.
I mean, it's so especially like it's kind of cool because yeah, it's like Moon Knight has like, it's really just Moon Knight, but like anybody who knows Moon Knight outside of the series is like, oh, he's messed with the Avengers, he's messed with Spider Man, he's there, he messed with Deadpool, there's like a lot of places he could pop in. It's like, oh, it's just a matter of where he is gonna pop in, I guess.
Yeah. Like, is he gonna? I wonder if he's gonna like, because it'd be kind of cool to see like a group of them. You got Moon Knight. You got the boyfriend from the end of Eternals.
Mm,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Yeah. And then you got maybe Blade because they're all introducing these like darker characters. I wonder if
Hmm.
they'll create their own little squad.
Oh yeah, like an alternate Avengers.
I think yeah, that'd be really cool because you got the whole like anti-hero kind of complex building, especially with the
Yeah,
system.
I mean we had that, and then like Captain Falcon, the Winter Soldier. We had
Mhm.
uh, I'm just gonna call him Dark Cap now.
Oh yeah,
And then we got Yelena, even though she's not really evil, but
yeah. I
she's
think that might
just
be different though.
yeah,
But
it's a little different. Yeah, yeah, I got a lot of different alternates. So I don't know. It's just exciting to see what they're gonna do.
oh, for sure.
Man,
Yeah.
it's really crazy. Very.
Mhm. So they're in Egypt now. They woke. What do you think they're doing in Egypt now?
I have absolutely no idea. It's funny when I literally saw that scene though. I was thinking of Assassin's Creed Origins. I was just like, oh my goodness. But I'm I think it's cool because it's like they haven't really touched on Egypt too much
Yeah.
in the MCU. And I think Egypt has like a lot of cool potential in there just for a story. So I mean
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited just to see what's gonna happen. I don't really this might be a weird theory, but I thought like the person when what's his name said what's his name Khonshu said, oh, where do you think we're going? And I don't know if this is like a connection at least because I know in the comics like Moon Knight has actually like not just two um like identities really, but he's got like three. He's got like the taxi driver too. So
Hmm.
we got introduced to Steven, we got introduced to Mark, and then they just cut to Egypt, and this dude's in his room drinking some whiskey or something. And I was like, is that Mark? I don't know if that's Mark. Because they
Yeah.
and I was thinking, is that possibly the other alternative? Has he been living in Egypt? Or maybe I'm reading into it too much and it's really just they just cut to him in
Yeah.
Egypt or Mark in Egypt. So I don't know. I think it'd be cool if they introduce the other alternative Moon
Hmm.
Knight or it's so complicated. I don't even know how I really identify them, but
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
I got two theories. One theory I'm thinking is like maybe he's just going there because Khonshu knows where they're
Mhm.
buried, where
Oh
Amit's
yeah.
like, locked away. So maybe they're going there to like catch up, or maybe, and this is just a prayer, they go back into the pyramid where it all happens, and they have like a convention with all the other Ennead.
Mhm.
I think that'd be cool too.
Oh, that would be sick. Oh man. That would actually that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know when I think about it, you know that one X-Men movie? I don't know if it's Days of Future Past or it's the other one. Apocalypse. X-Men
Oh yeah.
Apocalypse. They had a whole problem in Egypt.
Hmm.
That I don't well, there that's a really small probability they're going to do something connected to that, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
The funny thing about that too is Oscar Isaac plays Apocalypse.
What?
Yeah. So when you mentioned that, I was like, no way. You just mentioned.
Oh gosh. That's funny.
Yeah. No, it's definitely really cool what they can do with that. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. So in yeah. So we keep seeing these creatures come out from like the staff or whatever called jackals. What
Yeah.
what the heck is that? Is that like a dog?
I don't know what it is. I'll be honest. I'm not a big fan of the jackals. They freak me out.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, because after doing a little Moon Knight research, I'm not sure if jackals are in the comics. I thought the jackals were like a reference to his like origins of fighting werewolves or a werewolf.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. I thought it was something related. I thought a jackal was just a weird alternate sort of like vampire werewolf type
Yeah.
monster he could fight. That's what I was thinking what they were. But I'm like, why is the same jackal just keep popping up? And why does he keep just killing them in the worst way?
Yeah. Well, should have paid attention in class, but I mean, well, both
Yeah,
of us should have during Egyptian mythology.
yeah, I should have. I should have been paying extra more attention so I knew what all these Egyptian references were.
Yeah. Now we have a reason to pay attention.
Yep.
It's like, hey, that guy was in Moon Knight. It's like, no, he was in real life. No, Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Where's Mark? Where's Khonshu?
Where are all these people? It's like you're in class and you wonder why they're not bringing up Captain America in World War II. Like, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he was there. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also another whack theory that will take you down a rabbit hole too. I was thinking, like, honestly, I just have so much time on my hands at night that I just start thinking and thinking, right? But in the comic, I mean, not in the comic, in the movie, I mean, TV show, in the TV show, episode 2, he's talking about, Harrow's talking about the first Avatar vomit, gave him the staff,
Mhm.
and you think back a little bit more to like some of the comic stuff, also some helps of some other YouTubers,
Yeah.
you know, and what they've said, but Ramatut possibly might be it. In case you don't know, Ramatut is King the Conqueror's variant.
Oh snap!
So I mean that could set up. I don't know what movie's coming up next. Ant-Man.
Oh, that would be so sick.
Yeah,
Oh
that'd be really cool.
man.
And that'd explain all the Sphinx you see, you know, in the Loki series and the pyramid and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Because basically what he was doing with that is he's like destroying every reality where there's another Kang variant out there. That's what He Remains was doing. So
Mhm.
maybe one of those variants was Ramatut.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's gonna
cool.
get me thinking.
Yeah. Man, if we start thinking about Loki again, we're gonna go down the biggest rabbit hole.
Yes. Oh man. And I was like, I don't think MC has really touched Egyptian culture, but now it's like there's all these wide connections you can make to make
Yeah.
your mind just go in circles.
hmm So do you think, we're gonna hit on any other like mystical, like, well, just myths in general, or like God like
I think so, for sure.
where do you think that's gonna happen? Like, what culture would you say? Because they've hit on Greek and Roman mythology a little bit with the
Yeah.
Eternals. They've hit on Norwegian. They've hit on now Egyptian. I don't know a lot about all the mythologies.
Oh yeah.
Are we gonna have like a Jesus?
It's just Jesus
Hero?
would come. Oh my gosh, that'd be funny. I remember watching Infinity War the very first time, and my dad was just like, "Hey, after that ending, the only person that could save the Avengers is Jesus." I mean, Jesus coming in would be crazy.
Yeah.
Starts laying hands on the Avengers. It rise up.
hmm Is there
That would
Chinese
be cool
mythology?
though.
Yeah. Is there
Oh,
Chinese mythology?
Chinese mythology. Oh my god, and when they like Chang-Chi,
Yeah.
they had some references. And then I think in Eternals, they had some Babylon references.
Oh, true, true.
So they had some biblical references in that.
Yeah.
So they're getting pretty deep into all that stuff.
They're like diving into like every culture and like all their myths or anything like that. Like they've created something with it. The only thing I can't really think of they've done is wait, no, they've hit Russia. Crap, they have hit that.
Oh man. Oh yeah, they have. They
Black
have.
Widow.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wait, what culture have they not hit on?
Maybe like a Pacific Island Aztec culture type stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Um, yeah, I wonder what they can do with that. Well, we'll just have to see.
Seriously, my gosh. I didn't even realize how much stuff they hit until we started talking about this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, they got plenty of room.
Yeah, they have plenty of opportunities that they can expand in really big ways, or they can pull another Ralph Boner joke and just let it die.
Yeah, that would not be that'd be funny.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, not funny. It'd make me very mad, but yeah,
Funny mad.
funny mad. Yeah. So, any closing like thoughts or arguments about the episode?
Um, you know, I think not. I think final thoughts. I say, I'm enjoying the series. Um, when I think about it, I'm really excited to see what Mark and Steven's girlfriends or Mark
Yeah,
Steven's
Lila.
Mark's wife. I'm curious what role she's gonna play, considering that she seems like she's gonna be a very important aspect I wonder if Khonshu will actually end up taking her body or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my final thoughts.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I really want to see more of like the god figures. Like
Mhm.
understand like because like so what we've met humans before, but I want to see more of like the backstory behind Khonshu and Amit and possibly Bast and just all these like figures. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that's true. I have to agree because I remember watching Thor Ragnarok and wanting to know more about I think Helga.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, what was the time before Thor? What was that all about?
Yeah.
I want them to get more into that myself. I want to see what Khonshu and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode of the Moon Knight After Show. We'll be back here next week. Next episode comes out Wednesday on Disney Plus, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Where's the outro?